What's up, everybody? Welcome back to White Boy Lockdown Radio. It's Big Matt, and we're back with another one. First and foremost, man, I want to give everybody a big shout out and thank you, man. We're almost to 1,000. I appreciate everybody that's been with me the whole journey. You know, I don't ask anybody for money on here. It's not what I do it for. Uh, I'd rather have YouTube cut me a check. You know, that would be cool. So the only thing I do ask is when you watch these videos, man, please comment, hit the like button for me, but please let it play out to the end. I try not to make the longest videos, guys, but I look at the analytics and, it's people usually watch about halfway through. I don't know why. And also the subscription thing is weird. I'll never figure it out. I'm done even trying to put my head around it, but hit the sub, man, if you haven't subbed. And there is a Cash App option in the About Me if you feel like you want to look out. Again, I don't ask. So listen, we're gonna get back into this Visitation series. I'm gonna end it on this one. I could keep going. I could run with this one for a long time because a lot of things happen in Visitation. Visitation to me, I'm sure to anyone who's been in there, especially to all my subs that's been in there, that is something that you look forward to all the time when you're doing time. It doesn't matter if you're in jail. It doesn't matter if you're in prison. It doesn't matter where you're at. But that one-on-one with your loved ones, you know what I mean? Spending a day, it gets you out of that confinement. You're there, you can hug, you can kiss, all that type of stuff. It's a huge mental stress reliever. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of crazy stuff just in Visitation. On this channel, I just try to bring it to you guys, my personal stories of my friends that I've met through in there. And if it's not relating to either me or my friends, stuff that happened in there, and I'll tell the story on here. So I have a lot of stories to tell. They don't all involve me. But Visitation is, it's key in there, and there's a lot of drama that comes behind it. Everything from, the hustles around to it. Laundrymen have a huge hustle because they want to get you creased blues. They want to you want to look your fresh. If your old lady comes up there, or if you're writing somebody and you got a pen pal and you yoked her that way, whoever it is, you want to look fresh. You gotta go pay the haircut guy now to get a fresh haircut. So many aspects of the hustling around Visitation. It's a big thing. You're sitting there, you're counting the minutes, you're looking out the blinds, you look into the parking lot. Where's the car? You try to stock cars. It's huge. It's a big thing, man. Everything comes around it. I've told a few stories. We're gonna wrap a series up, but I mean, there's so many things that's happened that I'm not gonna tell. I've seen things. I've seen guys. That they try to play women up on there. Well, they'll try to schedule like, the side piece to come on Saturday and the main squeeze to come on Sunday, or however, whatever option or whoever it is, insert on day. And they get caught up, man. They get caught up, and some women will really hold you down. Not all of them, but some do. And a woman's gonna think on her own that she's gonna surprise you and come when she wants to, thinking that your schedule's open. And you know what I mean? You see it go down, right in the parking lot. They're bumping, if they don't physically fight, and the dude gets cut off from both of them. It's some funny ass shit. You see all types of shit. You see guys. Pen paling is a huge thing in prison. A huge thing. You know what I mean? There's all types of websites you can go to. There's these weirdo chicks that want to be with a dude in prison. There's all types of weirdo shit, and dudes yoke them, A lot of times you hear on these prison channels about extortion, you know what I mean? It is real, extortion is real, but when you hear extortion, you're thinking about Zoom Zooms and honey buns. You're thinking about people, putting down on people, extorting them for food, which it is most of the time, but you have to think about the other things that you can get in there. Sneakers, dope, clothes, all that shit, you know what I mean? Cell phones, whatever have you. But, the extortion aspect can be every little thing, things that I'm not even naming, pictures, okay? No one's extorting for pictures, but what I mean is when you come to the chain gang, when you come to prison, most likely you've been sitting in the county for a certain amount of time where you've accumulated so many letters and so many pictures. So when you're showing your pictures or you have them out, your photo album, whatever it is, people are going to peep game. Just like people can ear hustle, they're eye hawking you. They're eye hawking you. And then they try to finesse. Hey, man, what's up, man? Your sister got a friend, man? She got any friends? Got any cousins? Man, I need a pen pal. This and that, So it can be on any aspect, okay? Now, on this channel, I try to bring my friends come in here. I try to bring, you guys know Viking, JD, Raven. I have some more surprises coming. But if you look back to Sad But True, Old But Not New video, I speak on my buddy Johnny that passed away. He got killed by the law. R.I.P. to Johnny. On this video, I'm going to talk about Buds. Rest in paradise, Buds. I got a tattoo on me where it has every initial of every friend that I've lost. I do a video on it sometime. But Buds had a bid, and he was in Hamilton with me for part of my bid. I got out before he did. This is a homeboy of mine from the streets, you know what I mean? My personal opinion, when you're in prison, not jail, but when you're in prison, the last thing that you want to see on the compound, on the yard, is a homeboy from the streets. People are going to watch this video and be like, what's he talking about, man? I would want my dogs in there, this and that. It's different, and you don't, because that is somebody that you physically know. That is somebody that is in your circle. That is somebody that you have to now involve and go in for 100%. That is somebody that now he might come in and join a gang. It's not just home team. You hear me speak about it a lot. It's not just your home team. It's home team times 100. So everything he does, you're involved with. You definitely not gonna let him get jumped. You're just not gonna do it. You're not gonna let him get put down on. You're gonna go in behind your homeboy. So when I seen him hit the pound, I'm like, I was like, that's my dude. But at the same time, I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? And on this bid, this is when in Florida they had weights, So for the most part, I was on always working out. Buds was not a big workout dude, and he had a different circle than I had in there. And so that's another reason why you don't want to have one of your homeboys from the street go in there, because now I had been in longer than he had. I've been at that camp longer than he had, and I had my little circle in there, who I knew was solid, who I knew was going to bump. I wouldn't get disappointed. They're not selling me dreams, this and that. The people that he was hanging with, I seen their cards get exposed, a few of them, and I'm trying to tell him, but he had to figure it out for himself. You know what I mean? Something that, a conversation we would have never had on the streets between me and him. Just different time, different place. But anyway, Buds is on the pound. I get off from the weight pile, and I go to kick it with him. He's under the pavilion, just chilling. He's got this dude Kenny with him. Kenny he was a home team of ours, and Kenny's in his ear. He's not trying to finesse him or extort him. He's like friendly, he's just like kind of like annoying him. He's like, come on, man, with your sister dog. And I'm like, dude, is he talking about Rhonda? He's like, yeah. He starts laughing. I'm like, Kenny, bro, you don't want anything to do with Rhonda. Big shout out to Rhonda, man. I love you. But I'm like, you don't want nothing to do with Rhonda. She's fucking bananas. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's like, come on, man, but I'm just saying, though, man, I'm just trying to ride her and all, blah, 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 blah. And, Buzz looks at me, he starts laughing. Rhonda is the type of chick, she's got purple hair. She's Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. She's the type of person that's going to fall in Walmart. Slip and fall. Make a big scene. She needs that check. She's the type of person who, in traffic, she's going to hit the brakes to let you hit her. She needs that check. She's been doing it her whole life, you know. Something is not all the way up there with her. Big shout out to Rhonda, though. I love you. I'm going to send her this link after this video is done. But she's shot out, you know what I mean? Growing up, she was lesbian sometimes, and then sometimes she liked cock. I couldn't keep up with it. I knew Rhonda was kind of off limits type of chick. You know what I mean? She looked good, but she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Kenny is steadily pressing Buds for the address and this and that and the right. Well, I tried to warn this dude multiple times. Me and Buds were literally laughing at him, like, you don't know what you're trying to get into. So he gets the address. He starts writing Rhonda. They're corresponding back and forth for some time. I ended up getting out first before both those two guys. Okay? When Buds got out, he called me, we kicked it, and he told me, he's like, man, you know, Kenny and Rhonda are like a thing, they're together. I'm like, dude, that's crazy small freaking world, you know what I mean? And I get up with him, you know what I mean? I know his father real well and this and that, and it was what it was. A few weeks later, you know, I'm hanging out with him again, and he's like, bro, they're like living together and everything. I'm like, there's no way, dude. There's no way. This is crazy. She ends up putting the people on him, man. She ends up putting the people on him. You know, I don't know if it was a insecure jealousy thing or whatever it was, but she put the law on him. He ended up going in. Then I told y'all she's crazy. She put a restraining order on the dude. All types of crazy shit. He ended up going back to prison because of Rhonda. He ended up going back to prison. It was not a long bid. He's went to prison twice. Both times were very short amount of time. He went out. He got out and on some stalker status. You know, I don't know if Rhonda had that ill nana or that, you know, that gas cooch or whatever it was, but the dude was like on some stalk status, man, and he was hounding her. You know what I mean? He's on probation, out on the second bid now, on just like stalker status. She put the people on him again, you know. This dude ended up doing like 6-7 years behind Rhonda. Tried to tell him, you know, it's just crazy, man. That story there is nuts because this is something that this thing happened in prison, you know. Gave the dude a fair warning, like you don't want to go that way, and he full-fledged went that way. Went back to prison, got out, back. You know, some people are just not all there, man. All I can say. But yeah, I want to share that story with you, man. But visitation, man, it's just a crazy important thing, man. If you guys got anybody in prison right now, if you're not writing the people, at least here and there, you really should send them a letter and try to get up. And I know times are tough, but you should try to see any people that you have in there if you do. You know what I mean? For me, it was the single most important thing. And I know it is to everybody else. Rest in paradise, Buds. Big shout out to Rhonda. Hey, this is White Boy Lockdown Radio. Y'all hit that like. We'll be back with another one shortly, man. Y'all stay safe, stay out, and stay solid.